Hey, welcome. I'm Matthew. So, this is something I've struggled with over the years. It's something that has negatively impacted my productivity, my ability to create and do the things I want to do. And that is low energy. And one of the things that's been immensely helpful for me is going to events with people that are the type of people I want to become or the type of people I want to be around and be friends with. So, the last few years, I found Russell Brunson, who's one of the world's best marketers, especially online marketing. So he has this company called ClickFunnels, and they do this event every year called Funnel Hacking Live. It's basically teaches you about sales and marketing and business and entrepreneurship. So I went the first time in 2020, right before COVID hit, and it was like I was around. It was in Nashville, Tennessee, I think, and I was around 5,000 people, and for 3 or 4 days, and there was just so much energy and belief. Tony Robbins came and closed it out. I love Tony Robbins, and it was just like day after day of positivity, of connection, of powerful people, of people that weren't just talking about it, but people that you could bump into any entrepreneur. And so many people were like, oh, not even bragging. They're like, oh yeah, we're doing 6 figures or 7 figures in our business, and these are the strategies, tactics, and tools we're using. So for me, by the end of that, I was just so elevated, my level of energy internally, because I'm a people person. So when I get around people, and when I get around people that are positive and uplifting and encouraging and ahead of where I want to be, that just like fills me and fuels me. And so, sometimes I think there can be this like false idea that, oh, you know, don't just go like, oh, you're just going to that event, or if you're in church or something, right, and they have a conference, and it's like, oh, everyone just gets hyped up on God, and then they lose it in a week, or oh, you go to a conference, you get all hyped up, and nothing ever happens, and that can be true. But what I found, like the level of, and I even went to this event, Funnel Hacking Live, with the intention of, I was like, look, I'm not trying to. There's so much good teaching and so many strategies and tactics on business and marketing and sales and entrepreneurship and blah blah blah, that I was like, I can't possibly integrate all of this. What I am going to do is, my objective here is to absorb the energy in this space, and to level up, to come back up to a level 10, because I know when I'm at a level 10, I become a lion. It's like the problem is still the same, but the difference is, like, when I'm looking at this boulder, if I'm a mouse, it's a giant. If I'm a lion, it's a pebble, right? The problem didn't change. Who I was became. And when you're at a level 10 energy, you expand, your spirit expands, and you become like unstoppable and invincible in being able to just tackle any problem. And so when I left Funnel Hacking Live in 2020, that was when I had so much energy, and I was just firing because of the people and the people that I was around. It was just like contagious. It was like oxygen. You just breathed it in, and you're like, dude, I can do big things. I can do great things. Nothing's impossible. And so I left there, and with that, like right after that, I started my Airbnb business. I saw an Instagram ad. I was like, this looks interesting. Bought the $1,000 course, went through the 8-week course in like 2 days, didn't even finish, but I was like, I got it. I get it. I found a family connection to rent me their house that I could then rent and use on Airbnb. Signed a contract. I found all the furniture, hired movers, hired a U-Haul van, moved everything in, set up my profile, got pictures, put it online, and got people coming in the door within like 28 days or something. And it was because I had so much energy. And I think sometimes, like, energy and emotion gets poo-pooed on. It's like, oh, you've got to be logical. Logic is supreme. And it's like, yeah, logic is important, but I've also seen people do really stupid things because they had logical reasons. And as Tony Robbins says, what is it? I'm like, what does he say? Yeah, motion creates emotion. Motion creates emotion. So you get going, you get moving, and that creates emotion in your life. And Tony Robbins talks a lot about how it's emotion is the fuel, right? Emotion is the gas that gets things moving. And so, man, I have had, and then as well, the second year in 2021, again, there was that positive, powerful energy in the atmosphere as I went back again to Funnel Hacking Live, and it elevated me and it lifted me. And so I've had really positive experiences of getting around people and letting their energy lift me and raise me up to a higher place where I can do the things I couldn't do before. So I hope that encourages you. If you're struggling with low energy, low productivity, discouragement, you're down, you're depressed, you're not living up to the full version of who you are and who you want to be. One, I would say, like, look, find people on YouTube or on podcasts or books that are doing what you want to do, and then look up their events. If they're doing an event, and you also want to do a high energy event, because I'm telling you, when your energy goes from a level 3 to a level 7 to a level 10, like, your world opens up. So find someone that you believe in, and don't go to like a boring sitting and, like, go to like these guys like Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson. Like, their events are like rock concerts, and you might think, like, but they teach powerful stuff, but they get you up and get you moving, and it's all about, like, you embody it, right? Your physiology has to change when you are in a powerful, strong physical state. What you're capable of changes. So uh, find an event, man, and find an event that's 3, 4, 5 days, and go, like, get around people that are ahead of you, that are who you want to be, that are doing what you want to do, and just get around them. Or if you can't afford an event for the time being, find people on YouTube that are high energy, that are doing and modeling the life you want to live, and just start listening, watching their stuff 24/7. Like, it'll elevate you to a place that you haven't been before. Or bare minimum, change your friends. Like, if you've got bad friends, I know that, for me, the people that I'm around influence me and impact me so much. And so even that, right, beginning to cut out people in your life that are negative, that are depressing you, that are low. I'm not saying don't be friends with depressed people, but find people that elevate you, that encourage you, that empower you. So I've had really, really good memories and experiences of going to like Tony Robbins events and Funnel Hacking Live events with Russell Brunson that inspired me, and that there was tangible action and propulsion and momentum from that. So I hope that's encouraging.